Hey there guys, how are we doing? It's a beautiful day, and today I want to talk to you about something that's quite important to me, and it should be quite important to you as well, which is autonomy. Okay, and as much of a technical word that sounds, it just means being able to give yourself permission to do shit. Okay, and this is really important, especially in my field, which is transforming your body and like transforming your life, making yourself feel better. Because what actually happens is so many people, when they want to feel better, happier, and more in control, more at the driver's seat, wearing the big boy pants in their life, they often end up copying someone else's advice, or they copy people, or they don't really exercise any self-governance. And that basically means is that, like, I'll give you an example. You come to me and you want to make yourself feel better, happier, more in control, okay? You want to feel at the helm of your own boat. And I say, here's this meal plan, off you go, copy what I've said, okay? Do exactly as I've told you, and you'll feel more in control. How is that ever going to amount to you feeling more in control of your own actions, you know, more self-governance? One of the most underpinning, the underpinning feelings or components of being happy is actually having autonomy. And this is basically like where most diets fall apart, because what actually then happens is that you go and start something like actually, funnily enough, I've just driven past the Herbalife rep. I've just driven past him, and he's the dude that goes around saying that having Herbalife shakes is just as good as coming to Fast Way to Fitness. Good luck with that one, pal. Anyway, okay, but there's an example for you. Okay, Herbalife, okay, is they'll just say to you, have these shakes, eat these foods, and this low-calorie meal plan that's going to leave you with no energy, or some bloating, or some chronic effects long term, and then you'll feel better, more empowered. But technically, what you're doing is you're just copying something that, well, first of all, someone who with very little knowledge about nutrition is giving you. Okay, second of all, you're not going to know why. Okay, and this is probably the biggest freeing concept around the autonomy. And autonomy is giving yourself permission. Okay, it's self-governance. So where is the best place to start when you're trying to become more, well, giving yourself more ability to say that eating a certain food is okay? Well, that's going to come from education. And I'm just going to flip back to a story you've listened to some of my videos I've told before, is that my friend Joe in school was amazing at maths. So I used to copy all of his work because it was easy. Okay, it was easy for me to do. But now I'm in a situation where I still struggle with maths. It's a problem every single day. When I have to do something, I have to get my calculator because I haven't got the strategies, that I haven't learned them. Whereas Joe's a high-flying accountant. I'm not, you know, I never was going to be someone who was going to work with numbers like that. But at the same time, because I pissed about and I never took the time to learn the strategies while I was in school, I'm struggling now. And isn't that not the same thing that happens with a lot of people's nutrition, right? So where does this leave you? If you're still in that sort of position where you're feeling like, you know, even if you're one of my clients and it's, oh, Ben said I should eat this. Well, actually, becoming more autonomous is basically where you go out and you seek information to empower yourself with the knowledge to say that's okay to eat that, or to have that food, or to eat this amount of protein, or have those eggs, or not take those pills, or take those pills. And when you have the knowledge and you start to play with it, you start to, you know, have a go at things, and they start to go right for you, that's when you get the feedback that makes you feel that long term you're in control. You're at the helm of your own ship, instead of having to rely on me to give you advice, or, you know, the Herbalife rep to give you nutritional advice. Sorry, that's shouldn't be funny, but it is. But at the same time, that is what we're looking at, guys. Where are you going to get that from? Okay, definitely, you know, one of the first steps you can take is, okay, looking at where you know, writing all the things that you would like to know about nutrition out on a piece of paper. And Google's a good place to start. You know, I get a lot of information from Google, but what I also do is go on a lot of courses, you know, to verify my thoughts on that stuff. I've done a lot of courses in nutrition as well. If you're interested, we actually run the Fast Steps to Fitness course, or Fast Steps to Fat Loss course. We have the Fast Food Club as well, where all we pretty much do is educate the clients that are on board about nutrition, so they can make their own educated decisions about food, instead of just like following a meal plan that we've designed and saying, well, eat this stuff because we know it works. Well, we do know it works, but you need to know why it worked as well. Then you're empowered, okay? And if you're still feeling that you need that much help, but you need a shake diet, well, I want you to just take a look now, okay? Think about this. If it's easy, okay, it's because it's not going to be worthwhile long term. I've never ever heard of anybody getting long term success having shakes every single day, and if they have, it's been at the detriment to their long term health. It's been like they've caused some sort of deficiency, because don't forget, in those shakes, again, it's another person assuming that you'll need a certain makeup of nutrients in a shake. You might be someone who needs a lot of fat because you're in a stressful job. You might actually you might need a lot of protein. A lot of the proteins in these shake diets are terrible as well. I'm not going to go off and rant about shake diets, but what I'm trying to say is that what that is doing is outsourcing the power of selection of nutrients to someone else, and you're never going to feel empowered by that. You'll never ever feel empowered long term. Short term it might work, okay, but long term I can't see it. So this is sum up, because it's quite a long video. Autonomy is where you're going to feel empowered, motivated long term. You're going to keep on making great decisions. That's going to come from education, and that is definitely going to be the way forward for you if you're trying to feel better and more confident about your choices in food long term. Hope you enjoyed the videos, guys. Like it if you actually watch it. Like it. Comment if you want to have a little conversation about anything I've discussed, and if you feel that this is going to be helpful to someone you know, share it with them. Cheers, guys.